What is up, guys? Welcome to the video. Today is going to be a Q&A. Now, I haven't done one in like a few months. It's been a long time. So I figured it is time to do one. I'm sure a lot of you guys have questions. I posted this on Snapchat a few hours ago, and I have quite a bit of questions. But first, before we do dip into the Q&A, I have two packages that I want to open. So this is going to be like a partial unboxing / Q&A. So here's the first package. This is sent from Zander Bar Coconut cream pie. I think it's like peanut butter or like taffy. A raspberry cream one as well. Oh, that smells so good. We also have a savory Italian tomato pizza. That's very weird. 170 calories in this little bar / pasty thing. Hey Nathan, our company Zander Bar Co. wanted to send you some samples of our new protein bar. Pizza protein bar. That is interesting. I'm gonna try this for you guys. I don't know about this. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really dig it's the texture that's throwing me off. It tastes like pizza, but I think it's the texture. The raspberry and cream Zander bar is actually pretty good. So this is sent from Kristen and Jordan. I really do appreciate the love. Oh crap, looks like we have some hats right here. So we have 4 different colored hats right here. They're all snapbacks, and this is from GiantBorn Apparel brand, which I'll leave the link in the description. I can never have enough hats. So thank you so much for the package. So on to the Snapchat Q&A, and if you guys aren't following me on Snapchat, I'll leave the username on the screen somewhere. It's always in the description, so follow me there. I always do some crazy stuff there, like I'm kind of wacky there. So for the very first question of this Q&A from Kevin Yone, do you still take any supplements or anything for working out? I don't, as far as like protein powders and stuff like that, but I do take Monster, if you call it a supplement. It's just a caffeine drink. Question from Gage, what's your favorite food? I don't have a specific favorite food, but it's in between pizza, tacos, or burritos. Apologize if I butcher tons of names, but we got a question from Tariq Abdul. What's the craziest food challenge you've done over the years? And I would say the craziest challenge that I've actually completed was the cheeseburgers and more. It was a 6-pound burger, but it was 6 pounds it was 6 pounds of beef plus bacon, cheese, tomatoes, lettuce, and a few pounds of fries. So altogether it was like 10+ pounds of food, and the way I felt afterwards was miserable. Question from Meek Hayush. These usernames are going to kill me. How low of a deficit do you go on for the whole week? I'm assuming that you mean after challenges. The next day I probably eat like 1 meal, to be honest with you guys, because I just have no appetite, depending on how big the meal actually is. And I try not to stay in too hard of a deficit for the rest of the week. It's not a good regimen for my body. Question from Josie. Do you play any video games? If so, which ones? I don't play video games. I haven't played video games since like 2000, I want to say like 2007 or 2008, which is insane because I used to love video games. Question from Alice Vince. Do you ever plan to visit the UK? And if you do, would you do a collaboration with Beard Meats Food? So I do plan to go to the UK. I don't know when, but it's definitely on the list of places to go. And me and Beard Meats Food actually conversate almost daily. Yes, we are definitely going to do like some type of restaurant collaboration or challenge or anything like that. Yes, that is a definite. Question from Anthony Sucks. Who can eat more donuts, you or Livia? Come on. Livia's raising her hand right now, but we all know.
It's me. It is me.
We'll just leave it at that.
It is me. You get sick of the sugar. It is me. That's insulting.
Question from IX. How full are you at the moment? Not even full, bro. Question from Cargon. Did your girlfriend move to the US, or is she having a major vacation? She has not moved to the US yet. There are plans for the future. Right now, she's only here for 3 months because immigration laws. Question from James. Are you and Livia going to live together permanently in the future? I hope so. Question from Sauce Chihuahua. Where are you from? So where I'm from, if you're talking about like where I grew up, Las Vegas, Nevada is where I grew up pretty much my whole life. If you're talking about nationality, I am Puerto Rican and Korean. Question from Alex. Where do babies come from? I think babies come from storks. Question from Wiley. Do you plan to do food challenges outside of Florida anytime soon? And are you back juicing or staying natty? Love the content. Keep it up, bro. Appreciate that. But do I plan on doing food challenges outside of Florida? I do, absolutely. It's hard for me because I do take care of my grandma and I do work. And am I juicing or am I natty? I am still natty. I haven't juiced for 1.5, more or less, years. Question from Utah's Finest. when will we be doing a full day of cheating with Livia? If it's gonna be a full day of cheating, it'd have to be on Saturdays because that's when Livia does her little cheat days. We got a question from General.
Alright, Biggs, I got a question for you. Would you rather give up eating, like food challenges, or videography? Pick one.
And I would definitely say food challenges. Now, I love doing food challenges, but I am more passionate towards videography is because you can do stuff with it. Question from Kia Kaka. Would you ever be a police officer? I contemplated it at one point in my life, although I can never do that because of my criminal record. But these days, like how crazy, you know, how crazy it is out there, I don't know if I'd ever want to be a police officer. It's insane. Question from Christopher.
What's up, Nathan? My question is, was Final Cut Pro easy to learn how to use, and where do you get all your transitions from? Like, do you have to download them from a certain website or something?
So for the first part of the question, was Final Cut Pro easy to learn? I think it is easy. What becomes complicated is learning new stuff, because editing in general is pretty much, it's very easy. You just cut stuff, you paste it, cut stuff and paste it, and then trying to be creative with it is kind of the more complex part. Using mask, and not just transitions, but mask and keyframing and things like that is where it comes a little complicated when you want to try new stuff. And the transitions that I use, I've either made them through Motion, I purchased them through MInstaller, FX Factory, or I've received them through other tutorial YouTubers like Mark Webster or Ryan Nagel, which are two awesome channels to check out. Question from Llama.she, when are you going to do your own merchandise? I'll be the first to buy. Well, that's a really great question, because for the last few months, it has been like a storm for me. I've gone through people to work with, and it just has not worked out for me. But we're in the process. I'm in the process of actually creating my own merchandise, because these people are, it's so hard to, communication is so hard with these companies. So I am going to do it just myself, and not use any third-party people for the actually selling. But be patient with me. I promise you, I am getting it done, and you guys will be the first to know. And I do appreciate that you're wanting to support it. Like, I appreciate that more than you know. Question from Hella10. Does your grandma ever tell her friends that her grandson does eating challenges in her kitchen? She doesn't know that I do that. What she thinks is, like, when I have the camera, she thinks I'm like taking pictures or something like that. But I try not to do any challenges during like the daytime where she walks in and she wants to use the kitchen. I try to do it when the kitchen is no longer in use to her. Question from Leland, what's your favorite snack or snacks? And I love your vids. Well, I appreciate that. And my favorite snacks, I'm just gonna go with hot Cheetos, because that's what it was when I was young. Question from Yulene. Do you have trouble getting full when you eat a normal sized meal? You train your body for challenges? Question. I love your vids, by the way. Appreciate that. And for normal vids, I don't get full, but here's the thing. I don't get full, but I'm satisfied. It's a weird thing. Like, you would think that I'd have to keep eating to like feel satisfied, but that's not the case. I have a lot more control of my hunger, which is kind of weird. A question from KS Chupsky. Is Livia going to move to the US officially, or will she have to move back to home and just visit? Much love from Ohio. So yes, she has to go back to Germany, but we do have plans in the future to combine together and live together here in the United States. Question from Bravo Fit Live. How did you get over the shyness of talking to the camera everyone has at the beginning? Well, I don't know if I've ever had shyness talking to the camera. My struggle was trying to put things together to communicate to you guys. And I still struggle with that today. Sometimes for me to say like an intro, it takes me about 20 times. And that's very frustrating, but I guess it's just a learning process. And over time, I will get better at that. As far as shyness, I don't really have any. Question from Ho. You're an amazing videographer. Why don't you go to Hollywood or do something crazy? Well, I do appreciate that more than you know. And I don't know ever about going to Hollywood and doing something crazy like that. But maybe some like independent films or like different types of project and just doing food challenges, that would be very interesting to me. You never know what the future holds. Maybe I might go. You never know. Question from Randy Lopez. How's your grandma? I know that isn't a topic for the Q&A, but there are some people that want to know. I love your videos. Well, I appreciate that. And I appreciate your concern for my grandma. She's okay, you know, she's getting older. You know, she's a little more tired, but for the most part, you know, she's rocking, she's kicking, and she's good. Question from Tay. What has been your favorite meal challenge so far? I would say anything with pizza or burgers or tacos. A question from Matt Summit. McGregor or Mayweather? Well, as much as I would love McGregor to, you know, beat Mayweather, I Personally, don't think that McGregor stands a chance, especially from Mayweather, who's undefeated, and you know he's a boxer, he's a professional boxer, while McGregor is not. So hands down, Mayweather. Question from Heinz: how big is it? It's tiny. Question from Nematis: what is your go-to fast food place and what is your go-to order? If I was to guess right off the top of my head, I would say Burger King, because Burger King. And go-to order, I would say something like a chicken sandwich. Yeah, because I love chicken sandwiches. Question from Piggy: what was your big break video on your channel that started you out to where you are today? I would say it was multiple videos, the ones that have 1 million+ views. The first one was the Mac and Cheeto video, which was almost about a year ago, and then also the Korean Fire Noodle Challenge. Those videos, for some reason, just blew up, and it's what's kind of like spurred the growth of my channel. A question from Oh Damn Chronics: do you regret eating so much sometimes? I do, I'm not gonna lie, especially when I'm so full that I don't even want to do anything with my life. I regret it, but usually the next day I'm like, yes, I completed that, and I'm like kind of stoked about that. Question from Fort Worth: from your way back videos of you working out, what supplements did you take? Well, the supplements like powders and stuff like that, I took creatine, I took protein, sometimes I took pre-workout. I'm never a big fan of pre-workouts. I don't know, sometimes it just gave me a headache, it didn't make me feel well. But if you're talking about like supplements, like gear, I do have videos of stuff I did take. They're in a playlist called My Life, My Past or something like that, and just go to the ones that actually say the word in the title. Question from Alavar Rojas: do you think you can go to the finals of the Nathan hot dog eating contest? Also, I live in Florida too. So if you mean if I could like compete in it, I can compete in it. I would be able to qualify and go to the finals. The problem is there are strings attached to that. You do have to sign a contract which surrenders your eating rights to other contests and surrenders your eating rights to like doing restaurant challenges, which I really enjoy. So I won't do it now, but sometime in the future, I guess when I'm like maybe a better eater, I would do it. But for now, I'm going to stick to what I do. A question from Ronan: are you a virgin? Yes. A question from Future Marine: are y'all dating? Question from King Fox: what is your first ever eating competition? That's a good question. I don't know if this is correct, but I think it was the Krispy Kreme donut eating contest I did like back in Miami. I think it was like 2 years ago. Okay, so I have tons more questions, but I can't get to all of them, so I'm gonna go through 2 more and then wrap this Q&A up. Question from Beaner: hey Nathan, been watching your channel for a while, love your vids, appreciate that, man. My question is, will you ever make a video with Healthy Junk Food? It's a good question. I'm actually in contact with JP, which is the co-host of Healthy Junk Food, and we've talked about it. They don't live like 3 hours up the road from me, so I would definitely be more than willing to make my drive down there and do something with them. It's just, I know they're busy, and we just have to kind of like find time to do that, but definitely I think that will happen for sure. All right, so last question is from JCRW, which is like, it's like a 3-part question, but we'll go to the first one. How are you able to eat all the food that you do and still maintain your weight? Honestly, you eat in deficit most days. Not a hard deficit, but in a deficit. How are you so nice at video editing? I would say a lot of practice. Shout out Jesus. And what camera lenses are good for starting photography? If you're filming or shooting other things, I would say go with a 50mm, do a lot of stuff with it. You can get them for pretty cheap, and they're definitely worth the money. And for cameras, I'm guessing that you're going to be new into this. I would say do not buy a super pro model expensive camera, because 9 times out of 10, you don't need the features that they offer. I would go with something in your budget. Let's just say, for example, your budget is $500. Go with something in the means of that, because with a $500 camera, you can do a lot of stuff with that. You can do good video, you can do good photography, and it allows you to get adapted to, you know, the camera itself. And that is going to be today's Q&A, pretty much straight to the point. I hope I was able to answer a lot of your guys' questions. Sorry for the ones that I did not get to. There will be future Q&As, I'm not sure when, but there will be some in the future. And with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, bye.